Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays. The holidays are now over, but I still want to say Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays to everybody. And we are still doing 14 days of healing. This is day 3, almost at day 4. Day 3. We're going to the library today, y'all, and we're throwing it back. Back to when you really trying to get some stuff done, you go to the library. So today's day of healing is for journaling. And me journaling, it's like we have a love-hate relationship. I know that it's good for me, but it's hard for me to be as consistent as I would want to be with it. So, and it's hard for me to be consistent because, to be honest, journaling really does open up those parts of you that are really hurting and those parts of you that a lot of people don't know about and you don't want a lot of people to know about. It really opens that up and it's hard to deal with those things. So I don't journal as much as I have wanted to in the past, but I am making it a point now to say that I want to be more intentional about journaling for myself and just being present for myself. And it's so important that we express these things. And I've we know journaling is helpful. We know it can be a process that people love to use for healing. Like we know this, but we don't really know like how is it helpful? How is it healing? So as I was doing my journaling and doing my stuff today, I was like, let me just look up how is journaling like specifically helpful. And the gist is when you journal, you are accepting. So whatever your frustration is, you're journaling about it. Whatever your happiness is, you're journaling about it. You're expressing whatever your emotions specifically are, whatever is going on around you that is affecting you. Having the acceptance to journal that, write that out, put that in the paper, relieves a lot of tension within your body. It relieves a lot of space within your mind. And that allows you to improve your mood and to be happier and to not be flustered by things that are clouding you emotionally because you've allowed yourself to write those things out. So I was like, oh, that makes sense. That makes total sense. So it's the idea of you accepting whatever is going on. And I feel that because, again, like I feel like that's why I used to kind of avoid it because I didn't want to accept what was hurting me. So if I didn't journal, I didn't have to come to acceptance. But by me not journaling, I was sitting in my own SHIT. You know what I mean? So it's like you either do better or you don't. You either want more or you don't. But now we want more because it's almost 2023 and I'm not satisfied. I want more, I deserve more. So I'm journaling. How many times have you expressed yourself to somebody that you didn't need to? How many times did you tell somebody your business, like a friend or anybody, something out of confidence, and it doesn't work? Or like you're not friends with them anymore and now they just have that piece of you? Or like they just don't give you what you need. You know, like you may be wanting them to like, oh yeah, be on your side and like just really like validate you and they're like playing devil's advocate. Or like you want them to be emotional with you and feel for you and empathize and they kind of like, oh, you did that to yourself. You're like, how many times do we in a way like play ourselves by going to other people, you know? And it's really detrimental because we realize like later on, like they didn't need to know that. And so by journaling, we scratch all that out, that middleman, that space for people to give solicited and unsolicited advice. And you can really sit in yourself and do it yourself. That and journaling and like sitting in your own space is like a big part of healing. Like sitting in your self space is like the main part of healing. It's like you almost can't heal unless you're alone. And journaling or meditating, yogaing or praying or sitting with God, like those moments are like absolutely vital. They are the foundation for healing. And journaling is legit part of that foundation because all the things that you feel, you can just literally like splat them out on paper or on your iPad or whatever. And nobody ever has to know that you're insecure about your nose because people picked on you when you were 5 and you've never gotten over it. And so you don't know how to let anybody compliment you because I know drama, so I know how it'll be like one thing from your inner child. It be the inner child. She be coming for us. That inner child be, and it be you got bullied, and now you're like this, and now you develop this character trait, and now you won't allow this to happen, and now you can't heal because of that, and you won't let nobody do this because you're scared of that, and now you got trust issues, and all because that boy bullied you. It's like it's terrible and it's not fair to you. And it's like we should have never went through all the things that we went through with our inner child. But it's like we still are responsible for healing ourselves. And that makes me cry because I just think about how much stuff I know that I've been through and like to say that I have to endure all that and that I have to heal myself, like it doesn't feel good, but it's necessary. And once you get comfortable with it, and once you make it a part of your routine, and I say this for myself too, you start to feel different. You start to move different. You start to talk different. You start to walk different. You start, you see your higher self. You're elevating. You're becoming your higher self, and so journaling really is a big part of that piece, and especially me on my journey, I know that it will be a big part of everything that I do. The task is you have to find those things that help you heal, because especially like in different seasons, it's like one thing doesn't always work, like one thing might work for this specific part of your journey, but it might not really help and be instrumental in another part of your journey. And you have to find the different healing properties and ways that you can heal yourself that work for you. And this whole healing piece, like healing is hard. Whoever said healing was like, let's talk about it. People that make healing a aesthetic, we love it. We love that phase of healing, but like there are like 6,000 phases of healing that you go through before it becomes aesthetic. Me, and I'm sure some of you guys, I am still getting dragged. I'm getting dragged by my boobs. And I don't mean that to say that everything is going horrible or badly. I'm just saying, like, when it comes to healing my inner child or healing childhood trauma, that's definitely something that I know that I'm still working on in the midst of all my blessings, all the things that are going well in my life. There's still that inner child that is hurting, and I'm still in the groundbreaking parts of that. And I prioritize that because you guys know how I feel about character. Like, I really want to be the best of the best, not in necessarily career, but the best person. Like, I really want people to remember me as giving love, exhilarating love, and radiating godliness. And I'm not perfect with it by any means, but that's the goal. And I know that developing my character is what's going to help me get there as Kennedy, in the career that I want, and the friends that I want, and the man that I have. So you got to move different, you got to want different, you got to try different things, and we're trying to be consistent with journaling. Your girl is like wanting to just find outlets to what is going to help me to be the best person that I can be, and we all deserve that because that inner child, like she did nothing to deserve that. We didn't deserve that, okay? I want to title this video, You Didn't Deserve That, for real. Like our inner child, like I used to see posts a lot about, and I don't know why I was seeing them a lot. I think it was the algorithm on social media, but it was about like hugging yourself and like self-love and like showing yourself actual physical affection. And as I say, I'm gonna give myself a hug right now. we go through so much that we don't write down, and we keep all these things bottled up in our mind, and we feel like, oh, journaling, oh, it may work, it may not, I don't know, like, it's hard for us to invest that time. When you've been down so long and going through stuff, and you just feel like beat up, when you're in your valley of hurt, it's hard for you to pull yourself out. It's hard to take yourself and remove it. And it's hard to pour yourself into things like healing, like journaling, meditation, getting up, brushing your teeth, washing your face, going out with your friends. You don't want to do none of that. Like, it's hard. And I know that personally. It's so hard. But like, our life literally just cannot change unless we just try something different. And it's important. It's important for you to get those things out. It's important for you to be able to see all that you're feeling on paper. And it's okay that the paper is a mess. It's okay if it's not pretty, and if you're not writing in the best penmanship. It doesn't, all of those technical things don't matter. And that's one thing I love about healing. Because it's hard. It's probably one thing I don't really particularly like about healing. But I love healing because, truthfully and honestly, it's meant to not be perfect. And as imperfect as I am, I love that I can show up just as myself. You know what I mean? Like, I don't have to show up and try to be aesthetic or try to heal in the right way. I can just try, and God blesses that, and He sees that, and He helps me with that. You know what I mean? Like, healing is not an aesthetic. And so I just want to encourage you guys to dive into your healing, head first. Like, I don't need you to like dip in and see how cold it is, and just like slowly see if you can, like, if you really want your abundance, which I know you do, if you really want everything that God has for you, it is instrumental that you start that journey and that you move in that journey of healing. Get off of social media. Get off of social media. Your life is cool in real life. Like, seriously. Like, social media is literally meant to make you feel bad about yourself. Two things. It's supposed to make you feel bad, keep you addicted. The main point is addiction. Addiction by way of making you feel like you're not enough, so you keep looking for everybody else, or making you feel like you need to validate yourself or validate anything that you got going on. So you're always trying to post or always trying to be engaged in order to validate yourself. There are people that literally get paid. There's a documentation on Netflix. I think it's called The Social Experiment. I think it's called The Social Experiment. Go watch that. Seriously. This is not a game. Like, these people get paid to make you feel bad about yourself when you're on Instagram. I'm done feeding the beast. Like, I genuinely, I don't care. Like, my social status right now is very much so, I post my YouTube videos. I post here and there just to keep engagement because I do want to grow socially. But other than that, like, I completely am not on social media. And I think that I prefer not to be on social media because I'm happier. And I've noticed that I am so much happier when I am not on social media. Seriously, happy. Like, and I don't even want to be on social media. Like, I go and post my stuff and I'm off. Like, I genuinely don't care because why? Like, I want to heal. I want to focus on healing. Like, I want to focus on figuring out my own things. Like, I want to focus on getting to my own bag. I don't care. And I love that for me. So I say focusing on the things that make you happy, that make you feel free, the things that are easy for you, the things that don't make you feel in bondage or make you feel less than, the things that make you feel good enough. go run to those things. That's where you find your healing. You know, I'm a really big athlete. Like, I love the gym. I love working out. I just genuinely, I love sweating and I love to look at myself. It's kind of conceited, but still me. I'm in the gym because I'm trying to look fine. I'm trying to be that girl. Like, for me, you know, I'm working on the best version of myself. So doing things for me, like getting off of social media, posting when I need to post and gone. Going to the gym, looking at myself, focusing on my own body, journaling so that I can be more receptive when people are communicating with me, less talkative. You know, I can be a better listener. You know, I don't tell people all my business and then have to deal with consequences because there's always consequences. When you tell people stuff, you're always liable for them to tell somebody else. And when you tell your best friend stuff, a lot of best friends tell their man. They tell their man. So that's just more things, more layers, you know? And it's about just like not wanting all that energy and doing it all, like those things really makes me happy. And I know that I am growing because of it. I am growing because of it, little by little. Like, compared to yesterday, I did 3 things better. This is one. Talking to you guys. Do something today, tomorrow, this week, especially before the new year, that you wouldn't have done. Do something that your higher self would be proud of. Yo, go get you a journal and really just write your stuff out. And it doesn't have to be perfect. Just write out your thoughts, the ugly, the good, the bad, like the filthy, the stuff that you don't want nobody to know. The stuff that you want everybody to know, like all of those things. Write those out and see how you feel. And do it every day. Do it 2 times a week, 3 times a week, and just see how you feel. You know, your higher self will be so proud of you. And I hope you guys enjoyed this because I feel like this is one of, again, this is my talking pieces when I can just be real with you guys. Healing is something that I'm working on, and I hope we can be in this journey together because I know your inner child is tired of like struggling because mine is. So 14 days of healing, day 4, day 4 in the books. And I hope you guys have a great day. I'll see you next time.